Hi, my name is Nyman, and I am a Class A LPGA teaching professional and the founder of Rain Girl. Today I want to talk to you about the 30, 40, 50, and 60 yard shot. How do you master that shot? I was told by my coach a long time ago, you should not rely on field. You are too good of a player to rely on field. You need to know for certain what swing, what club produces what distance. So I'm going to help you today figure that out. I just started with a new ball, so now I'm on the journey to figure out how my new golf ball goes different distances. Now let's first talk about my clock. When I talk to you about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you need to know what I'm talking about. Obviously this is 12 o'clock and this is 6 o'clock. My 7 o'clock is to my right, and this is 5 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So when I'm talking about the clock, I'm talking about where my hands go. So if I want to go 7 to 5, 7 to 5, 7 to 5. This is my 8 to 4, 8 to 4, and this is my 9 to 3, 9 to 3. Now occasionally I will add a hinge or an L. So it's 7 to 5 with a hinge, 7 with a hinge to 5, 8 to a hinge to 4, 9 o'clock with a hinge to 3. I also have 9 o'clock L to 3 o'clock L. I also have a 9 o'clock L to a full swing. So that's the language I'm going to be using when I'm talking about my different distances and how far they go with what swing. So let's go ahead and get started. My first cone is 20 yards away, and I've been practicing a little bit. I figured out that it is my 7 o'clock to 5 o'clock swing with a sand wedge. So my next cone is about 30 yards away. So I figured out for this shot, this is going to be my 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock swing. I'm going to make sure that my body and my arms do 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock together. I don't want to just swing my arms. I'm going to use my whole body, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock for 30 yards. I'm also using my sand wedge. It's flying about 20-25 yards and rolling out to 30 yards. So I'm using a sand wedge and using the golf ball that I use on the golf course, not range ball. So the next cone is 40 yards away. This one takes a little bit more practice. Do I want to do a 8 o'clock with a hinge, soft, or 8 o'clock with a hinge, aggressive? So these are the kind of things that I'm trying to figure out for this shot. Depending on where I hit it, sometimes it flies farther than others, but I want to make sure that I stay consistent. I'm doing an 8 o'clock with little hinge, following through to a 4 o'clock, trying to figure out how hard do I need to punch this in order to hit it 40 yards to get it to stop by that cone. I'd like my ball to get high in the air, because I would like it to stop. That's why I'm using a sand wedge. So 8 o'clock with a little hinge to 4 o'clock goes about my 40 yard distance. So next up is the 50 yards. This took me a little bit longer to figure out. There's a little bit of wind in my face. What I came up with, it's about a 9 o'clock with a little bit of hinge, not quite all the way at L, which is all the way here. 9 o'clock with a little hinge to a 3 o'clock little hinge, almost an L. Still using the sand wedge. The nice thing about miss-hitting this shot, if you use this swing technique, even with a miss-hit shot, you're still going to go about the same distance. You're not going to sacrifice skying it over the green or flubbing it. So 50 yards for me, sand wedge, 9 o'clock with a little bit of hinge to 3 o'clock with a little bit of a hinge. I don't want to do a 9 o'clock little hinge and stop to 8 o'clock because that would be decelerating. Every shot that you do when you're doing your short game, you want your back swing and forward swing to match, or you want to have a shorter back swing with a longer forward swing. So 50 yards, sand wedge, 9 o'clock hinge with a 3 o'clock hinge. So 60 yards is my last distance that I've been working on. This particular yardage uses a sand wedge going a slow, deliberate 9 o'clock L to a full swing. So I'm going to practice my slow 9 o'clock L to a full follow through. Depending on the wind, if I'm into the wind, I'll hit it a little bit harder, more aggressive, but I still am going to keep the 9 o'clock L to a full follow through. So I hope this system will help you. If you get to practicing your 7 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock swings, and you record what your distances are using your favorite club and the ball that you use, I think that you'll see your scores improve on the golf course, and you'll have a lot more confidence and not afraid to go for the greens because you know you can get the ball up and down from virtually any distance. So practice your 20 yards, 30, 40, 50, and 60 yard shots in order to improve your game. I hope this helps, and good luck trying to figure out your own distances.